The Great Bristol Run Half Marathon almost here. I can almost feel the texture of the suspension bridge. Finally, a race is only a few hours away, guys. I just have to navigate through a gig in Weymouth first. But fortunately, I don't have to drive. One of my good buddies is also running and driving. Kev Burton. Today I'm going to try and quantify the joy of running. So what is it that drives us to race? For me, there's one thing that I've missed so very much over the last 16 months, and that's running with other people. That combined community feel, all pushing in the same direction, united in our efforts together to get to the finish line. The miles of training in the wet weather and the wind, the hours of graft in the dry, arid heat. The runners will converge very soon, bleary-eyed, like big bags of nerves, ready to put their training into effect and try and reach their goals, to pit their wits against the Bristol route, the conditions and themselves, I guess. What's the itinerary for tomorrow? Well, I'm aiming to get up about 6 AM, so it doesn't leave an awful lot of time for sleeping. Kev and I will be leaving together in the Burton Mobile about 6:45 AM, like the running Ramones, ready for a Bristol blast, and we'll be listening to discs, because we don't do Bluetooth. Kev's a bit of a kindred spirit, really, guys. Guitars, shoes, the perfect pair. They don't call him Kev Zoom X Burton for nothing, guys. And me, well, I just don't know yet, because I'm not sure what shoe I'm going to wear. I'm going to take a whole arsenal of shoes, and I'm going to actually use Kev to help me decide which ones I'm going to use. I still haven't got a clue. No idea. One thing's for sure though, guys, the legs are ready. They're feeling recharged, the engine is feeling like it's running at tip-top condition. And the Polar OH1 Plus is charged up, ready to monitor the all-important heart rate. Steady as she goes. I am going to opt to listen to music during this run. It's not very often I get to race and listen to music. I don't think anyone can argue that listening to music for me actually does improve my performance a little bit. I think it just sends off a few more endorphins into the system, and I shall no doubt need that tomorrow to try and hit my goal. So I'm going to break out the Earfun Air Pro 2. They will be in session with some drum and bass and jungle, with a little hint of hard rock in there to add a little bit of nitro into the ears, directly to the legs. I think running's possibly the closest thing to joy, and that's just going to amplify it a little bit for me. Running at pace, a goal in mind this time. 18 months of doubt and confusion and isolation, waiting and hoping that things are going to get back to some sort of normality. Thousands of miles under my belt, and tomorrow a course which isn't an Everest climb. I think there might be some rain in the air tomorrow at the start line, but at least it's feeling like the cool breeze of change is finally coming about over the world. At last. Bring on the challenge. I'm ready and I'm willing to experience that total joy. Forward motion, that beautiful music, and that united feel. The Great Bristol Run Half Marathon 2021. Time to test the metal. If you see me there, maybe holler or wave, so I know it's you. A musical interlude, slightly different today. I'm going to go through my playlist for the half marathon. I'm going to go through my phone here so I don't miss out any of the tracks for you. So kicking off with The Slammer by Chrome and Time. One of my favourites from that sort of jungle period. Aim and brakes and proper low-end sub-bass as well. That should set things off nicely. Straight into Andrew WK, Ready to Die. If you've not heard that track, guys, it is one of the most adrenaline-pumping tracks that Andrew WK's done, so that's why it's here. We need to get into a nice steady groove after that, so we've got Watercolours from LTJ Bookham, and then just to push the nitro a little bit, Stack My Money from the new album by Brian Setzer. Back into some Bookham just to keep it steady in that first 6 miles. That's what we got to do. Suspended Space will be the track. Some intelligent drum and bass there, nice and crisp beats. You know what you're going to get with Bookham. We're going to start to crank up the energy level after that. Into a few tracks by Dillinger, the aggressive nature of the drums, that very coarse sound that he gets, distorted bass. We got Acid Track, and then one of my favourites from Dillinger, The Angels Fell. Bring it slightly closer to the modern day after that. We have Twist 'Em Out and Hard Noise, and then I'm going to drop into Andrew WK's new album. That one is a real emotional roller coaster. I've only taken out a couple of tracks there. We've got all the main tunes from the running order. Everybody Sins, No One to Know. Babylon is a particular favourite of mine. Really chunky riffs. Towards the end there I've got I Made It, which hopefully I would have just about made it by then. And then just to help me through the final couple of miles, Angus and Malcolm Young, along with Bon Scott. We've got High Voltage, Let There Be Rock, and Rocker from AC/DC and their live album, If You Want Blood, You Got It. I think that's about an hour and 41's worth of music, so it should be easily done by then. I'll have to switch off the music then because I might run straight through the finish line and continue otherwise. That'd be quite nice actually after the race to do some easy miles with Kev, maybe around the canal and stuff. It'll be good. And then we'll need food and rest. So that's the playlist for tomorrow, guys. Hope you enjoyed that one. I'll try and list all the tracks at some point in the description. I'm running low on time today already, and there's a lot to get done. Okay, I'll update you tomorrow, guys, in the vlog as to how we got on. Hopefully get some footage as well during the run, before, after. You know the score. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Always appreciated. If you haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button and click the bell below for notifications when I launch those new videos for you. It really helps the channel out if you give this video a thumbs up, like, and also share this video with your running buddies. My name's Eddbud, and I might be seeing you at the Great Bristol Half Marathon tomorrow. Holler and shout if you see me. Oh yeah, before I forget, Midsole now, new merchandise available down here somewhere. Check it out. Midsole now.